Listen, I know I've just got off and I've just read something in the paper. You're going to listen to this. Vaccine manufacturers express confidence that they will be able to rapidly adapt their jabs if the Omicron variant spreads. The new strain, previously known as B11529, features some concerning mutations, and early evidence suggests it brings an increased risk of reinfection. It gets better. There are also fears that the variant could be more resistant to the vaccines that have now been rolled out to billions of people around the world. If this is the case, the Pfizer and the BioNTech expect to be able to develop, produce and tailor a made vaccine against the variant in approximately 100 days, subject to regulatory approval. See, they're telling people that these are approved, these jabs. They're not. They're not. We're still in crisis. So, anyway, let's get back. Moderna says it has advanced a comprehensive strategy to anticipate new variants of concern. Since early 2001, including 3 levels of response if the immunity offered by its jabs wanes. They've been making this stuff in a lab. How don't they know how it works? But they do. They do. That's why they've got it ready. And guess what? Every time you have a booster, somebody's getting paid. Somebody's getting paid. That was the problem. It was always going to happen. It goes on. Oh, God. Novavax has already started creating a COVID-19 vaccine based on the known generic sequence of B11529 and will have it ready to begin testing and manufacturing within the next few weeks. It's funny. They're already. They all have this variant ready to go. It makes me fucking laugh. Yesterday, the World Health Organization, who's run by a man who's not even a doctor, by the way, yesterday, the World Health Organization designated B11529 as a variant of concern, meaning it has now been given the name Omicron, a letter from the Greek alphabet. The strain was first dedicated in South Africa and selected Greek. And a number of countries, including the UK, Australia and the US, are now temporarily restricting travel to a number of European countries. Guess what? We're going to be locked down again. Unless you're double jab, triple jab, 4 jabbed. How many jabs do you want to get? You know what I mean? He took more jabs than a Mike Tyson fight in my eyes. Wow. Although no infections linked to the Omicron variant have been detected in the UK so far, that's what we're worried about. There has been a case in Belgium involving an unvaccinated person. Oh, he's unvaccinated. Dirty. Shame. Salim Abdul Karim, one of South Africa's top epidemiologists, told Sky News he would expect it to be in the UK by now. Bum. That means, you know what it means. Health Secretary Sajid Javid has warned that there is a possibility it might have different impacts on individuals who get coronavirus. Basically, your nose might run a bit more, you might not be able to taste a bit. So could we get faces up, jab everybody up and scared and stay 5 feet away from each other? Absolutely ridiculous. How they did it. How people just walked into it. And you know what? Europe is standing up. Britain is on its knees. On its knees. And Danny Roscoe, you're a star. An absolute star, mate. You are trying your hardest. No one's listening. I'm listening. I got you back, boy. I got you back. I get my car back next week. I'll be down there. Every time you're at a meeting, I'll be down there with you. Don't you worry about that. However, he stressed the UK remains in a strong position due to the high vaccination take-up, adding that Omicron's presence means getting a booster jab is even more important now. See? Someone gets paid for that job. This is going to go on. This is not going to stop, you know. This is going to split society in half. China, oh God. British scientists first became aware of the new strain of the 23rd November, and samples were uploaded onto a COVID variant tracking website from South Africa, Hong Kong, and Hong Kong, Hong Kong. So they're probably giving me it had nothing. Hong Kong went bang, there's a bit of a COVID. You know what I mean? They're the ones that make the money. Bloody imbeciles, these people. Amid the concerns, flights to the UK from South Africa and 5 other South African countries, Namibia, Lesotho, Botswana, Etswana, and Zimbabwe, sorry if I've spelled any of them wrong, have been suspended until 4 a.m. on Sunday. That must be really bad. Been suspended for a couple of days. These nations have now been added to the red list. Mr. Jerry confirmed the government is still following plan for aid for managing COVID-19. English Chief Medical Officer Professor Chris Whittier said his greatest worry is whether he would accept fresh restrictions if they were required. What he's saying is, if you don't do as you're bloody told, we're going to lock you down. You do as we say, or we're going to lock you all down. I live in Wales. Oh, God. Honestly, I seen a girl in the shop the other day. She had a sign on her back that said, this is not a lie. She taped it on her back that said, please stand 5 feet back. 5 feet back. I got as close to her as I possibly could. Tried breathing in her ear. Honestly, they make me bloody sick. It's unbelievable. And people believe it like shit. And she said, have you seen them when you get a bus? You know, massive one. And not one bus driver, not one train driver, not one train warden says a word. You know why? Because they know. They know. And the police, disgusting. They should be standing with us. Should be put their helmets down, turn around and no. Because they know in their meetings, they must tell them. They must tell them in their meetings. Because did you see him with that dog that tore that guy's head off nearly? Do you know what I mean? And he was just peacefully processing, and he just wants his free rights as a person. Listen, it's our body. Once we give away our right to what we put in our body, we give away everything. Do you know what I mean? Just inject us with whatever you want. Give up that one human right that it's our body. I don't think so. And Danny Roscoe, Tommy Robinson's right. Tommy Robinson, he tied up a lot in court and everything like that. But I think the guy's a hero, soldier. I mean, he'd been there for years doing it. And I mean, he had some cranks doing shit, do you know what I mean? Trying to muppet him off. Still there, though, isn't he? You see them ones outside the courthouse? Oh, yeah, yes. As soon as they're old enough for sex, they're ready to go. What, 11, 12 years old? Yeah, they're ready to go. See what I mean? Tommy exposes them like that. Tommy's in a bad mood, you could tell. Tommy would have fought him if he could, you could say. But Danny Roscoe, black and white unite, mate. We're there, brother. Right, see you soon, people. Big tasty Tommy, out.